Hello and welcome back to Minecraft. In this episode, I actually want to Duggies Duggo. There's gonna be more of you. There's gonna be more of you soon. In this episode, I did a couple of things. I added a little to-do list project here, so that's pretty cool. And then, whoops. But in this one, I want to decide to sort of set up like a little tree farm area-esque. So these dudes are... Did they run away? Wait, they don't fight back in this game mode? Or in this version? In the other one they fight, oh, maybe they do. Oh, okay, there. In this one, I want to make a little bit of a tree farm area, maybe like over here. I'm gonna put this over here like that. There. Yeah, something like a tree farm or something. But mainly what I want to talk about is Hazbin Hotel, which I don't know if any of you guys have watched it. If you have, good show. If you haven't, good show. I will say that what I am going to talk about in this episode, in this video, I guess is like kind of spoilers because it's like alluding to things that happen in the show. And also the show itself is kind of like adult. It's like Rick and Morty, but like even more adult like themes. Basically, so I have like a bunch of theories, and the first one I want to talk about is the connection between Husk, who like in Hazbin Hotel is like a bartender. Or no, I need more of those. I need more. I want a dark oak. Who's like a bartender who's also this. Who's also like a gambler. And in one of the episodes, he talks about how he used to be an overlord and and he like was really strong as an overlord, like gambling and stuff and whatnot, blah blah blah, so on and so forth. Actually, you know what? I'm going to bite the bullet and do a 4. I'm gonna do it specially. I'm gonna do it specially. So it doesn't like actually mess with any other things. Should no, it does. Wait, it still does. Oh, that's so sad. Wow. Well, whatever. So he's like the bartender and whatnot, and he talks about how he used to be. He's voiced. So the reason why I made this connection is because mainly it started out with the fact by who he's voiced by, which is Keith David, who, if you don't know, he also voiced like the cat in Coraline, and well, like there's like 2 major ones that like you might know him by is the cat from Coraline and Dr. Lefichier in The Princess and the Frog, the Disney animation one. And I want to draw, and like my theory draws similarities between Dr. Lefichier, one of Keith David's voice characters, and Husk, right? Because in what is it, in Princess and the Frog, Dr. Lefichier is like the main villain, right? And he's like a Louisiana like magician person dude who also taps into like more like dangerous ritualistic practices such as like hoodoo, and like he says in his song he's got things he ain't even tried, so like he's very interesting. But he's also, one of his main things is he like has these cards, right? In the song he's like the cards, blah 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 blah, so on and so forth. And my connection is that what if what if in some way, like obviously I don't think this is actually true. What if in some way, like Dr. Lefouchier, because at the end of during the movie of Princess and the Frog, Dr. Lefouchier convinces one of the main protagonists, who's like a prince, and his associate, his butler or whatever, to make a deal with him, right? To basically, they basically gamble their lives in order to gain basically what they want in life. But obviously, Dr. Lucia tricks them, turning the prince into a frog, and the I don't remember what the assistant, the butler or whatever, was trying to do. But basically, that's not important. What's important is that the Dr. Lucia is like into gambling and is also has access to some sort of otherworldly dark power, and he basically yeah, he has otherworldly power that's like dark, and he seems to call upon some sort of god in a way. And my connection is that because Dr. Lucier is sort of like a gambler, my voice, it's sort of like a gambler, he is also he at the end of the movie, Dr. Lucier like dies. Basically, he gets taken to the other side, or like he gets taken to his friend's side, because in one of his like his like main song is he's got friends on the other side, and basically his friends on the other side are like some evil force, otherworldly force, right? And hey, little doggy. My thing is that, oh wait, maybe, what if it's Husk, right? It's like Husk before he came to hell, right? Because he was gambling or whatever. He's a sinner, and he basically tricks the prince and whatnot into making a deal with him. Is there another tree branch in here that I don't know? Oh, I think there is. Yeah, there is. Come on, get it. Get it. Get it. There. Okay. And he gets pulled to the other side, right? But I think that's him, like, dying in a way. And I think that Husk is Dr. Lefouchier in hell after he gets, like, caught or whatever by... Or after he gets, like, tricked by the so-called, like, demons or whatever. This seems like a good space. I just need to clear it out. Is there still another thing, or is it just taking for? Oh no, yeah, okay. So yeah, so that's basically it's like my theory, which is kind of like I didn't really explain us all that well. I just don't know how to like convey my thoughts of how it connects. But like obviously, I think it's obviously a fan theory. It's my game theory or my film theory, I guess, because it's a film. Between Husk and Dr. Lefouchier, because like, I think a lot of people think that I draw a connection between Dr. Lefouchier and Alistair, but I think it's more interesting the connection between Husk and Dr. Lefouchier. Also, it could be that Husk, as Dr. Lefouchier, was actually having help from Alistair himself. And the reason I say this is because of mainly the color scheme of when they use their powers. Is Dr. Lefouchier has a green color scheme whenever he's using like his voodoo powers or whatever, his otherworldly powers, right? And in Hazbin Hotel, spoilers, but when Alistair fights Adam, aside from his clearly red and black aesthetic, another color that he uses is green. And I was like, okay, interesting. Why is green part of his color scheme? Aside from just aesthetically it looks cool. Maybe thematically it works because he's the otherworldly power that Dr. Luficier uses. And in the story of Hazbin Hotel, Husk was using his power or whatever, and he made a deal with Alistair. And basically now Alistair owns him. So it'd be kind of cool that like, oh, maybe their history goes back even further, right? So that's just one of my theories. Another theory, I have a list here of like my theories. So that's like the first one, which is Husk and Alistair, or Husk and Dr. Lafouchier, or however you say it. I don't know. I think he's like one of my he's like my second favorite Disney villain though. I think my first is still Hades from Hercules, but that's another matter. Another one is oh yeah. So in Hazbin Hotel, when Charlie goes to heaven to have her meeting with the angels, right? And start singing their song or whatever, and then they find and then Emily, one of the seraphims, finds out that Sarah, the other older seraphim, is like in cahoots with the exterminators of the angel exterminators, who are like just the Valkyrie in some way. Because I know in like Norse mythology, there's like the gods and whatnot, which I guess would be like the angels, and then they're like the Valkyrie, who are like basically an army of female warriors. So maybe that's like what their similarities are to that, but I just thinking of that on the spot. But in the song, when Sarah the Seraphim is trying to basically give Emily her reasonings of why she's allowing the extermination of fellow sinners, she basically says she does what she thought was required, and when she says those lines, you can see she's like in the video. Maybe I'll put up a picture of it or not. Either way, you can see that she's like, when she's saying those lines, the lines of basically explaining why she thought it was a good idea or whatnot. She's like smirking and like almost smiling, and she doesn't seem like concerned per se. She seems almost like she's doing it out of enjoyment in a way, and it's just like maybe she's not doing it because she thinks it's a good idea, but more or less because she just wants the sinners to die in a way, the same way like Adam wants the sinners to die. Adam, Mr. Dickmaster. That's basically like just like more of a visual thing that I saw. It's not really a theory, it's just a visual thing I saw. But it's interesting, you know, because I think it shows more of Sarah's character than what's like explicitly said, is that she's kind of sadistic in a way, which is interesting considering she's supposed to be an angel. So that's one thing. Here's another like mini theory thing that I saw and pointed out. Oh, also, this is not related to anything. I put up this, which is like an automatic bone meal thing. So you put in your things right here, right? All your seeds and composites, they get in here, they can put in here, and then they turn bone meal. And it's super easy. You don't have to stand here clicking it all day. You can just put it in here, and you don't get any you don't get any experience from doing this, but it just makes it super quick. I mean, not that you get experience from doing it anyway, but it just makes it super easy, and takes a lot of the manual labor out of it. So like, in case you guys didn't know that, you can do that. Anyways, another one of my theories. I have like two more theories. Another thing is, so during actually that same sequence of like Adam and the angels and whatnot, and the court, basically the court scene, the court episode, Welcome to Heaven, I think is what it's called, is when Charlie brings up the fact that she has a patron, Angel Dust, um, Adam knows him by the porn star, which in series he's like he's a porn star, he's a arachnid porn star, and he knows that he's a porn star coming without Angel ever coming to heaven, right? And basically, I saw one theory which I don't remember in its entirety. It was basically like Adam keeps up with Hellborns, basically, or whatever, but doesn't know Alistar because at the end, in the last episode or whatever, Alistar and Adam fight, right? And they confront each other, and then Alistar's like, Adam, first man next to die. Adam's like, who are you? So clearly he doesn't know everything about Hell. Adam doesn't know everything about Hell, but he knows some things about, um, some things about Hell, like, for example, the fact that Vaggie and Charlie are dating, Starter the Pig, but again, not that Alistar exists. So he clearly doesn't keep up with everything that's happening in Hell, but obviously he keeps up with some things in Hell, and it's like, it's kind of suspicious. And I think the only reason why Adam actually knows about maybe Charlie and Vaggie is because Vaggie used to be, spoilers alert again, Vaggie used to be one of the angels, so like obviously he'd probably want to keep tabs on one of his angels to see like what she's doing or not, and so on and so forth. Basically, like that's the reason why he knows about that. It's because obviously he'd want to keep tabs on his past members, even if they ever like as he puts it, kicked off the band. So there's that. Then why Adam knows of Angel Dust and why specifically Angel is a porn star is, I think it's because of Angel Dust's twin sister, who we know, maybe some of you don't know, but we know that is in heaven, and we actually see her in the song Welcome to Heaven with St. Peter, where St. Peter straight up actually just moans during the song, and it's kind of funny. At the end, she's like one of the characters on the bottom right of the pose that they do at the end. And you can tell she's like related to Angel Dust because she has like the similar color scheme and whatnot. I'm not like measuring this at all, I'm just trying to line out the space. But I think he only knows of Angel Dust and Angel Dust like professions and stuff is from her, because she is in heaven, and I'm sure maybe in a later season we'll get more explanation and more expose on the relationship between between Angel Dust and Molly, who's the name of Angel's twin sister. But obviously Adam must know who Molly is because they're in heaven together. Oh, I was so confused what that noise was. It's my composter. Yeah, that's basically my theory of why Adam knows of Angel Dust's L profession. And then the last one is sort of related to my theories of like what's the deal with Lilith. At the end of season 1, the last episode, we get a little scene where Lou, after the battle, goes to Lilith, who's on a beach, and says, our deal is over, if you want to stay here. She basically just says, our deal is over, your little brat is intervening. If you want to stay here, then go down there and like fix things or whatever. And basically my theory is that Lilith is in heaven, right? Because she was, before Eve, like the first woman, right? The first woman created by like God or whatever, Jesus. And basically after she and Lucifer got sent down to hell, right? Got punished for their overly big dreams. He made a deal, right, with heaven in some way that she could come back to heaven or come to heaven if they were able to basically do the extermination. I think that's like the deal that they made, or the deal that Lute is referring to, is something having to do with Lilith being able to live in heaven, but the extermination happening, right? That's why she says our deal is done, meaning that they're no longer gonna exterminate because her little brat, Charlie, is messing things up, right? She's trying to redeem sinners instead of just letting them die from the angel's hands, and also the fact that Adam got killed by Nifty specifically. And basically that's her deal. That's the deal that she's referencing. And there's like some theories talking about like what exactly is Alistar's deal, but like what is the deal he made with whoever. Some people think that it's with Lilith. I don't. Based off of this theory that I just said, based off of my theory of what the deal Lilith made with the angels, I don't think Alistar made a deal with Lilith. I think the theory of Alistar making a deal with like the incarnation of evil, the root of evil, the character Rue, who like is a canonical character, maybe that's gonna eventually be seen. I think that is actually who his deal is made with, because Alistar, obviously, as it's been stated like twice now in the series, he came out of nowhere. He started killing overlords like left, right, and center, killing big names, blah blah blah. You know, his power is very overwhelming compared to other demons. How does this look? That looks fine. Just a way to go up to the tree farm. And I think that is more likely to be what his deal is. Is that Alistair made a deal with the root of all evil. And the theory goes basically that the root of all evil, basically when anyone in hell dies, like becomes double dead, their power, their soul, their whatever, their life essence goes back into the ground and is basically fed to this like the root of all evil. Because in the story that Charlie says at the beginning of the first episode, evil persisted before hell was even made, right? And I think it's more likely that is who is being talked about here, is Rue. Let's see. And I think that makes perfect sense. Nope. Like that, like that. That be pretty big. I don't want to be able to, and then I'm gonna just maybe do some slabs around the side, something like that. Yeah. So I think that's what his deal is made with, and I think Lilith's deal is with the angels and the extermination and being able to basically live in heaven while she basically lets her people die. Because maybe she after she and Lucifer like split or got divorced because Alistar, or because Lucifer got his dreams basically shattered, right? As he stated, his dreams basically just got pooped on by the angels. That's why we see him super depressed and whatnot. Is maybe she just wanted to just get out of there because she's like, okay, you're not like the man I once knew, so I'm not gonna be with you anymore. Instead, I'm just gonna go back to heaven and basically let you be a sad boy who likes rubber duckies. And maybe, and who knows, maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong, maybe we'll see more what happens with I'm gonna do this just to I don't know how this is gonna work out though, the spacing of this. I didn't count like anything, I was just sort of just going off the cuff per se. Oops. But yeah, those are basically my theories of Hazbin Hotel so far, thus far. Let me know if you think they're like cool or whatnot. Is that? Let me go get some more different saplings. Do you have any oak saplings in here? I have one and one of birch. And hey, look at that, we basically just made a little tree farm area. One. Two there, one, two there, one, two there, one, two there. Didn't really place there, but that's fine. Easy whatever. When it's placed on the edge, so technically, yeah, it would be one, two there. Then same thing with one, two there. Basically like that. I'm understanding this mainly just because I don't want these to... They'll change these 4 blocks, but I don't want them to affect anything else, basically. As far as I know. Actually, yeah, I'm just gonna do this. And... to there. Like that? Yeah, I know that there are like other things like cherry blossom that I'll need to figure out how to do that per se. But for now, I'll just leave it like that and see where this takes us. So this should indeed not mess with anything, right? No? Is it not gonna grow? It should grow, it should grow, it should grow, it should grow. It should. Yeah, it should. Yeah, it should. Anyways, that is the tree farm, and that'll be the end of this episode, which works out perfectly. Wow, my timing is impeccable. Anyways, that'll be it for this episode. I will see you in the next one. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, comment, favorite, share, hit that notification bell, do all the stuff. Anyways, bye.